Hi, I'm Peggy Kelly with the Santa Paula Times, and today is Thursday, December 17th, and our guest is Alice Pacheco, who is the principal of McKevitt School, and she's going to be talking to us today about what's going on with the school and the district. And good morning, or good afternoon, I should say, Alice. Nice seeing you today.
Good afternoon. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you. Could you tell us about yourself and your history with the district, with the Santa Paula Unified School District?
Yes, I am new to the area. Well, not anymore, not as new. This is my 7th year in the area. I come from Bakersfield, California, where I was born and raised, and I was a school administrator in Bakersfield. My family and I relocated to Ventura County, and this is my 7th year with the Santa Paula Unified School District. I served as the Glen City principal for 4 years, and this is my 3rd year at McKevitt Elementary School.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's such a wonderful school. We were talking a little bit beforehand. It's such a beautiful campus and has so much history. What's your enrollment there?
We are at 330.
330. Okay, great. Now, had you been a teacher before you became an administrator?
Yes, I was a teacher in Bakersfield for 10 years.
Okay.
I was also a school administrator in Bakersfield for 10 years.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I've been in education a very long time.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah,
I started working in schools right out of high school as an instructional assistant when I was 17 years old, 18 years old.
Oh, that's wonderful. You had a calling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That really is, because people who are interested in things like that early on they're destined to do that, and they're just the best as far as I'm concerned. Now, let's talk a little bit. I know that everybody's been concerned because with the COVID pandemic and the school shut down, and I guess it shut down in March, to the extent that the campuses were closed, but of course district learning was implemented. So could you tell us maybe about what's been your largest challenge with distance learning, and just briefly describe what it is in case there's people out there that don't have students and don't quite understand the concept?
Well, our largest challenge was getting all of our students connected with Chromebooks and internet access. We were able to accomplish that. And I would like to say we were somewhat prepared, because we were having a big push for technology at McKevitt. And we had just received Chromebooks for students in 2nd grade all the way up through 5th grade. And so my teachers prior to the closure were working on teaching students how to log in, how to access the resources online. So the day that we closed, March 13th, I remember it because me and my reading teacher were in my office printing letters and mail merging passwords and websites so that students could take these home so they could have access to something during the closure. We weren't anticipating to be closed this long, obviously. But, the challenge was at the beginning, getting everybody connected. Our parents and teachers worked hard together. Office staff as well, they turned into like a tech department and a support center, and we were able to help everyone. And now it's smooth sailing. We have kindergartners that can log in easily. Every now and then there's outages, power outages, internet outages that affect us, but we're doing well.
So you would basically say then, has a lot of it, what's been the focus of your staff during distance learning?
We have focused all of our energy and all of our efforts into delivering a good program. Teachers have had to learn how to teach in a different way, and they had to do it overnight. And, they are amazing. I have visited classrooms. I jump in on their Zoom meetings, and I'm able to see what teachers are doing. And, they're able to see the students and communicate with them and share their screen to deliver lessons. And learning to do that is our focus, and we want to do it better. So every opportunity that we get, we do professional development. I encourage my teachers, don't be afraid of technology. You can't break it. Try new things.
Yeah.
We have to engage our students. And, for children, a lot of them like to watch YouTube, and a lot of them like to go online and do activities online. So, we try to keep up with the trends and know what interests students and keep them engaged and learning at the same time.
And you know, it's interesting too. I guess it also gave them a very unique opportunity, the teachers and the students, to learn together.
Yes, they did. And parents, you know,
yes,
I'm impressed with parents. We have meetings and parents are Zooming into meetings. And it's, you know, it was, at first it was challenging, like I said, getting everyone connected. But now they are just really good at it.
And of course, you know, communication is so vitally important to
Oh,
a student
absolutely.
and their parents and the school and everything. And how are you staying connected with family, staff members, and
about I want to say a year or two ago, I don't remember exactly how long, we were piloting a communication tool. It's called Parent Square. And it's kind of like an application for parents and teachers to communicate with each other. It's been so valuable during this closure. You know, all of our parents sign up and they have accounts, and we're able to post updates, announcements. We're able to text parents, send alerts to their phones. Teachers can send text to parents in English, and if the parent prefers the text in Spanish, the system translates it. The same for the parents. They're able to type in Spanish, and it'll translate in English for the teachers. So they've been able to communicate even though there's a language barrier. Parents are able to receive alerts immediately. If I need to send something out, I send it to everyone's cell phone. And it's worked wonderfully.
That's
so
wonderful.
We also have about monthly coffee chats with parents, where parents can drop in and just kind of hear what's going on or share any concerns. With staff, we Zoom regularly for staff meetings, and we keep in touch via Zoom. And it's, you know, at first it was weird to Zoom.
Oh, I bet.
And now it's just like second nature. We're able to get it done.
Now, and I think it's interesting too, because I wouldn't be surprised if this isn't a lot more convenient for some parents to communicate this way, and you're actually having more communications with the parents than before.
You know, I will agree with you on that, because as a parent myself, I have a child in school, and I had his parent conference, and usually I have to rush across town. You know, I get there and I'm sweating and I'm a mess because I've been trying to hurry. And this year I was able to do it via Zoom, and I just clicked on the link and hooked up with the teacher, and it was fabulous.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. How many children do you have?
I have 3 children.
3 children. How old are they?
17, 16, and 10.
Oh, okay. Well, wonderful. Well, my God, you've got them in different grade areas, as it were. Of course, at least the 2 older ones are in the same grade area. Now, what steps have you taken to prepare for the safe reopening of McKevitt? I know that this doesn't seem like it's going to be happening for a while, and it won't, but let's talk about what steps you're taking.
Well, you know, I'll share with you that I started following the virus in December. You know, it came up on my Twitter feed, and I thought, wow, what is this? And I was reading about it, and early on I started learning, you know, a lot about how it spreads, and sharing with our staff members about it before we were even, you know, on lockdown, because it hadn't reached the United States yet. So I've educated myself on the virus and our staff. We have written a reopening plan, and I've been very meticulous to make sure that we are careful and that we're addressing all of the areas of safety. Safety is our priority. You know, for me, if we lose one person to this terrible virus, that's one too many. Yes. So we are very careful. Our plan was written carefully with a lot of consideration for safety. We also have made small cohorts, so our students are in groups of 12. When we do return for hybrid learning, there will only be 12 students in a classroom. We've spaced our desks 6 feet away from each other, and we've taken out unnecessary furniture from the room. We have one-way directional pathways. We have custodial staff that is constantly disinfecting and wiping down surfaces. And, you know, we just have to continue to educate everybody on the symptoms and do screenings and make sure that everyone stays safe. Absolutely. So, you know, we've done a lot, and you can be sure that safety is our priority.
Oh, I imagine. I know that. And it's very hard, especially with kids. But, you know, if you get it, absolutely spick and span and disinfected the day they walk in the door. It will be easier to clean, to keep it up though also, you know.
Yes.
Now, so of course they'll have the hybrid learning where they'll have students when they do reopen. Do you think they're going to make the January or not? What do you think?
I don't know. That's a decision that will be made, you know, with our district office and our unions, our teachers union and our classified staff union. But, you know, January is right around the corner.
Yeah, it is. I know. I was thinking that. It's like, well, wait a minute. At one point, it sounded so far away.
Right. It's 2 weeks away.
It's in 2 weeks, you know. Oh my gosh, I hardly know how to act, you know. 2.5 weeks. Now it's interesting too, because I had also caught a glimmer of something, because I like to check in once in a great while with things like the World Health Organization and all that. And it's and I've got their first bulletin that they talked about COVID, which was just a couple of paragraphs, and that was in January or December, I guess, actually. And they just didn't know that much. They just had like 40 cases at first, but it just goes to show you that right off the bat, though, they did pick up on that there was something that they had to look into. And here we are all these months later, but it will, you know, I like to look at it as more of a pause, you know, so somebody will hit that pause button again and we'll go back and it will be normal.
Yeah, and I like to think of it, you know, when I speak with staff members about it, because, you know, our teachers are eager, they miss the kids, right? Absolutely. And we all do. And so I just remind them, you know, we make the best of the situation. This will never happen again in our lifetime, right? It happened 100 years ago. And it's something that, you know, we just have to make the best of it and know that it will be gone soon.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Now, and you know, and I was so worried when they closed the schools, because I know how kids feel about their teachers, and I know how teachers feel and staff feels about the kids. And it really, I think, was just terribly bewildering to begin with for the kids. And I think they needed that contact with school. That was one thing that is normal to them is school. So I think the district and other schools have done a great job in getting the kids back, as it were, emotionally. So now, what message would you like to convey to the parents? Do you have anything you'd like to say to the parents?
Yes, you know, and I tell this is not new. This is something I've been telling parents for a very long time, is that it's absolutely necessary for families and schools to work together to make sure that students succeed. Right now, it's more than ever important. You know, parents need to make sure that kids are participating in their daily sessions, you know, that they're logging in and they're checking in with their teacher, that they're doing their independent time. We have some really wonderful websites where students have to go in and do some activities. They're entertaining and they're educational. And it's important that families make sure that their kids are doing their independent work time. Also, turn on those Zoom cameras. You know, when a teacher can see the child's expression, they know if the child understood the problem or if they didn't. Mm-hmm. They know if they're listening or if they're asleep. So it's very important to turn on those Zoom cameras. And, you know, some kids like to turn them off just to be cool, but it's important that they need, you know, if you're a parent in your home, make sure you tell your kids, turn on your cameras. That's very important. And, you know, again, read daily. Have the kids read for fun. You know, that is something that if students are reading, they're going to do well. They're going to increase their academics. And communicate with us. If there's a concern, communicate with the teacher, communicate with the office. You know, we're here. Our office is answering phones daily. Our teachers respond very quickly because they have Parent Square and they have email, and they're online with your children, so you can always see them there as well. So just make sure to keep up communication.
That's wonderful. Now, did I ask you how many students you have? You have about 300, correct?
Yeah, 330.
Well, that's a lot to keep track of, especially at a distance, but I know you guys are doing a great job, and everybody appreciates what the district's been doing and what the schools have been doing, and of course the principals and staffs, and it shall get better, you know.
It will. We just make the best of it.
Anything you'd like to add, Alice? Any last thought or anything I should have asked you and I didn't, or?
No, just, you know, we're in this together and we're going to get out of this together, and let's have a good attitude about it and, you know, make the best of it. think of it, as one day you'll be able to tell the story of when you lived through the pandemic.
There you go. There you go.
That's all we can do.
That's all we can do at this point. Well, listen, I appreciate it so much. That was a delightful interview. Once again, I'm Peggy Kelly with the Santa Paula Times. Our guest today is Alice Pacheco, and she has done a great job as the principal of McKevitt School and gave us insights today about what's going on with the district. If you'd like to watch this again, you can just go ahead and go to kadytv.net. When you're on YouTube watching it, be sure to subscribe. This will also be broadcast on Government Cable Channel 10, Spectrum Channel 10, and you'll all be able to hear what Alice and her staff are doing for all the students. Once again, Alice, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And everybody have a great weekend and stay safe. Bye-bye.